Airport. This is John Dog. I'm back in Flight Simulator X this morning. I'm gonna try to do it's early about dawn. I've got this thing set just about 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna try to leave out of here on the Scenic route. The sun should be up time we get there good enough we can see the scenery. We're gonna do a little roundabout street. Now they got to talk about some weather changing today, so we might run into bad weather. We're gonna I've got a little flight set up from here now. It's gonna take a pretty little while, this little plane, to do this. It don't get in no hurry for no means, and I'm gonna leave out from here and I'm gonna head into, I'm sitting here in Paraguay, Arkansas, in a little field called well, let me find this thing, Quinn. It's a little small personal strip, I think, here in Paraguay, and there is another airport in Paraguay. When I come back, I'll come into the other one. It's kind of it's got a little directional help to find it. There's nothing on this to find it, and we plan on coming back in through Paraguay. Our intentions is land at Kirk with a ADF of 383 to get to find it. But anyway, we're going to go to Covington. Covington's got an ADF, Covington, Tennessee. It's on a heading of about 130 from here, by best I could calculate there. And we'll go into, it's got an ADF of, I wrote it down somewhere. I don't see it. 326. ADF of 32. I was looking at the wrong city. ADF of 326, and we'll go down, I don't know if I'll land touchdown or what, but we're going scenery down to there and back in through Dyersburg, Tennessee, which has got an ADF also of 343. And once I get to Dyersburg, I'm going to come back across the Jonesboro area, or back to, actually, I'm going to be coming into Paraguay, Kirk. Now, if anything changes, we do have an alternate landing site of Jonesboro, kind of. We are calling for some bad weather. If it gets too bad, we won't be able to, can't see. We'll just have to do what we have to do. But let's see what we got going here. See if we can get this thing started. I don't have any special junk on this thing started, so auto start's all I got left. Here we go. Fire it off. Didn't do it, did it? Okay, let's try this one. Had any doors, I opened them. Maybe I'll select that screen first. Here we go. Now we should be able to get them started. Oh, yeah. My headset's too low. There we go. Now, I hope the sound knows all right. I hadn't checked none of it today. I hope it's all fine. I really haven't done any testing. I ain't done any video on Quarter for a while. A couple live streams, last few I done. Now, I'm going to go here to this airport strip. Got a little runway right over here. Get ready to get out here. We're going to leave it here on heading at 130 and squawking for the ADF in Dyersburg. We're going to fly at about 2,000 feet, 2,500, so we can see the ground. The runway looks funny today. Anyway, got it. It's not lit, but it's lit too. Okay, let's get this thing there and see what we got going. All right, this thing is in the air. It looks like I took off one of the roads. What I've done. I was hoping I did. I took off one road. Thought it looked funny. I could have swore that runway was right there when I parked that plane. But I made it early morning, and I hadn't reset nothing other than that. Now, it's still a little dark with our scenery, but it's still got some pretty fall colors. Let's circle back over the airport before we leave. See what I messed up when I took off. Come on back around. I think I'm circling the airport instead of crossing it. Road. I don't even see an airport. I'm supposed to be sitting on it. They steal my airport overnight. I swear I don't see my airport. I may not be where I think I am either. I might ought to check. Last I checked, I was there. Just parked that plane there a little while ago. Changed the time of day. All changed. There it is right there. Yeah, okay. Right there's my airport. Now, how I got on that road, I really don't know. Oh, yeah, I was sitting crossways. I pulled out. I see it now. I was a little off the end of the runway, isn't it? I knew that runway looked lit wrong. Anyway, we're in there. That's mistake number one for today. Now, we're going to bring up on autopilot, but I need a little assistance here to be sure everything goes right. I don't want to get any lights here. There we go, right there. I didn't turn no lights on. Let's set this at about 2200 for now. Right there, and I'll set the altitude that came on. We're going to set us a heading of about 130, what I said. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on and then come on around to 130. I don't want that on this. 130, right. Too far. Right there. Now, we're going to set us up we're a long ways out, so it'll be a while before that ADF comes on. If it comes on, we may miss the whole thing. We're going to try it and see. We've got this. I need to set a speed of about 110. Now, I should have full tanks of fuel. I didn't check them. Oh, we ain't doing right. Let's get that right there. Come on, pull back out. Pull back out. Something trying to crash on me. I didn't turn the altitude on, no wonder. Now, we got it now. Back to there again. Oh, this is 110 for speed. That's right, what I said. I'm making all kinds of mistakes today. Alright, now we got to go. That's sort of normal for me, though. I missed a mistake anyway. Anyway, here we go. We're going to see what we can do. We're up and going, and it's a long little flight across here. We're going to just sort of watch this scenery around here and see what we got. Going to get a little more out here and a little more up over the top. We'll climb to 2200. And it's got this fall scenery on everything today. I should get around to the right direction and straighten out here in a minute. I can check and see what we're doing for us flight. Oh yeah, we're not quite a runner yet. He's working on it. It ain't getting a runner, it's just sitting there. They got a crosswind that bad? What's going on here? That's not stuck. I look like I got a heck of a crosswind, what I look like. Hitting, that's right. But it ain't quite getting over there. It's holding off on me. I can't believe I got that much crosswind, but I guess it's possible. Now, if this was caught, you could see it on the rudder there. It was hung while ago. Maybe it was then too, but it's so pulled back there. It was stuck on the runway a while ago, looked like. And I moved it and centered up. Looked like it just done the same thing again too. So anyway, we're going this direction now. We're headed into Covington. Now we got to get us a radio signal, so when we get there, we'll know we're there. And let me find the old information here. Now I'll lay everything down again. I think it's over here on this side. I believe I have a Quinn going there. 326, I said. ADF 326. Go down to 3. Don't want to change the bottom number no more. 5, 4, 26 right there. And that'll be on this radio here on the right hand side when it comes on. Now we've got that lean again. I don't know what's going on. So I think we've got a pretty bad wind here. But it's acting like, I mean, I'm not checking the wind. I'm not planning on checking it, but at the same time, that plane don't fly like that unless something's wrong. Slow down a little. Sometimes you're too fast, they'll act up a little bit. 110 is not too fast. It's more than this plane you're supposed to do, but it's not that fast. I don't know what's going on with it. I've had this happen 4 times too, but usually if the rudder was stuck, that would cause it, but because the rudder be pulling one way and the autopilot be trying to work back. And you can't get it, so, but rudder itself looks good. When you do that, it shifts the plane, so then it'll straighten up as soon as the wind overtakes it again. It gets right back over. I believe it's a wind. I guess I could check and see. But they ain't got wind on what's going on. We only got wind 1 at 0. That ain't enough to do nothing. Sure act like I got a wind. This is something new. I had been having this problem here. Not in a long time. I have had it, but not recently. Slow down a little bit. I wanted to get this flight. This is a long flight for this little plane. My time is limited. I've got to fly it. I actually should have never started it, to be honest with you. Anyway, we got it up and running, and we're headed across here, and we're looking for the airport. We got to cross the river and pick up that ADF. We got to be within 40 miles or it will not come on. So we miss it 40 miles either side, and you'll never see it. But this angle, once you cross the river, actually, I think it should be on if we anywhere close. About that time, or maybe before we cross the river. So that's where we headed. Let it fly crooked, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't like it, but pretty cool out here this morning. But anyway, like I say, we're supposed to have some bad weather coming in today, and it may hamper our little scenic flight we got going here, but we hope it don't. Never know when the weather's going to change on you a little bit. So, looks like clouds might be a little heavier already today. I don't know for sure. We got to wait and see. We can make the flight. We might not be able to see everything. We're going to use electronics as much as we can. That way we'll know where we're at least, no matter what happens. Clouds do look a little heavy right now, and we'll keep our eye on them. Not worried too much about it. Got our hours already. We just picked our signal up in the Covenant, and we're almost dead on line. So we're not going to worry about that part of it. I'm going to bring it to the top, which is a couple of degrees to the left. Right there. That'll be the signal I'm going to be flying for the next few minutes. Now, only way we know when we get to Covenant, we'll spot the airport possibly, and the ADF will swing around behind us. That means we just passed it, so that's the only. We don't have any distance or anything. We're looking for weather and all, see what it is. We're within 40 miles of the airport, so we're not. If that's the right signal, it's on. It's either it or nothing between here and there. I don't think it's. We're coming up on the river. We could be that close. We're closer than I thought. If so, this flight's not going to be quite as long as I thought. But anyway, there's a good chance the weather will change on us as it goes, because they call for the bad weather today. I was hoping to make this round before it got too bad, but I'm not really sure. I believe the weather is darkening down on us a little there yonder. I see the cloud look heavier, coming down on me a little bit, look like. I'm waiting on daylight, but it looks like it's staying dark a little extra time. We started out at dawn, well actually 6 o'clock almost exactly when I started the plane up. That's when I started the simulator, so. But that's a little bit of glare there, that sun across the water there below us, and we're still, like I say, on line to Covenant. And we'll turn it Covenant on a heading of 020 is what I see. That's what will get me back in the Dyersburg, and then we'll use Dyersburg VOR to get back in. Gonna make this a little triangle type flight. Just scenery, just to fly and see what it does. I'm gonna just try this little plane out this morning. It's supposed to turn bad, but it's supposed to turn cold in real life today. In fact, it's down to 30-something here miles now. I see an airport off to my left. It's probably going to be that fictitious airport, Ripley. Probably. That's over. If it's across the river, I'm not really sure it's across the river yet. We hadn't crossed it yet. Got me concerned about that ADF being on so quick too, but it's almost perfectly in line, so I'd expect it to be it. And not hard enough room for two in here probably, so with the same number they wouldn't have them close together as a room. Let's ease on across here and see what we got going. And this right here, is that the lake or a river? Looks like a lake. It's a river. I haven't seen the river yet. We're over probably Crothersville or something right there, close to it. I hadn't checked. We didn't go to Jonesboro. We could have crossed. We might have crossed here somewhere pretty close, but I didn't pull it in and look at it. Let's see what we got going here. The weather does look like it's darkening on us so a little bit, and we'll just see what we got. Light. It's getting a little lighter today, at least. So let's keep our eye on that weather and see if it's going to mess us up. We can watch this scenery a little bit. Things changed a little bit in the last few minutes. I don't know about this deal. Sun ain't come up yet, and we're already in the rain and overcast. This ain't looking real good at all for us today. We may have to double back. I hadn't planned on doubling back. I planned on trying to make a complete flight. We can handle the electronics and all, and I don't think it's going to be cold enough to freeze up on us. I hope not. This thing ain't got any PD at all. I hadn't checked the temperature on it today. I should have. I don't have anything on the panel to look at, and I think the temperature's supposed to stay above on this flight today, but we are getting into some weather that makes it a little hard to see where we're going. Let's see what we got going here. Might have to go down a little bit when I see the ground a little better. I'm gonna go down about 300 feet. Nothing down here. I know the terrain. There's nothing to run over. Drop down 300 feet so we can keep this side of the ground as much as possible. And we're running into darker weather all the time. Weather progressing off bad. This flight. Whoa. Try to keep over to see the airport across that Covington, so we know where to turn at. The ADF will tell us that anyway, but the sun ain't up yet, and we done got into bad weather already. But think about this deal. Good thing I put my slicker on this morning too, because this thing ain't got no cabin on it. Since this deal's trying to run a little sideways, I'm gonna go ahead and push speed back up, make that time go a little better. I don't think it's gonna make much difference either way. It may be a little slower than it was, but it's still leaning. I don't know why it's doing all that. That pretty scenery for scenic flights turned into be another type deal, and then I'm about to lose the scenery here, and the sun hasn't even got up yet. It's gonna be a little tough today, look like. Watching for the river. I don't know if we ever crossed the river. If we crossed the river, I didn't see it unless that lake. That lake looked like a lake, not a river. The river won't be blue either, it'll be brown. I'll come down another 100 feet, see the ground a little better. Try to keep horizon in view and stuff like that. So we can see what we're doing. We're almost straight into Covington on an ADF, so we're right there. We should have done cut down almost half the distance too. It comes on about 40 miles out, all it do. And flights around 98, exactly 40, but in here, they got it to where it varies a little due to strength and got a little more tolerance in it there. Just had a little video jumper. And we get over here and make this turn. Maybe we turn away from this weather a little bit or something, maybe. I don't know what it's going to do. The weather show is trying to get in on us today. That's right here and have to go in IFR to alternate still back to Jonesboro. Back to Paragould where I had planned. That's the reason I'm hanging on. That Jonesboro is the closest one to home to get me down if I ever run into any problem. If home is Paragould, that is. And that's where I left out from. I was going to go into the big field. Kind of the little one don't have any electronics or even to find it, which straight east of Paragould is where it's at. If it's visible, I could actually make my way back to it. We've got a long straight road coming up here, like about the I-55 this side of west side of the river. It's always not too far from the river. I think it's I-55 we're looking at right down there. North and south. Pretty sure that's what that's going to be. So that means the river's going to be between us and Covington yet. 12, 13 miles probably from the river to Covington. Not over 15, I don't think, something like that. We'll be flying across Ripley pretty well, and Arnold Field, whether we get to see them or not due to this weather. When we make that turn, I'm hoping that the weather will get sort of behind us, or I'm going to start flying away from it, but I'm not really sure about that. That's what I'm sort of speculating on right now. It sure has gotten rough since we left, that's for sure. We've got the I-55 behind us now, and the river should be right in front of us. The scenery is still a little hazed over. We're at 1,800 feet, trying to keep the horizon in sight and the ground so we can keep an idea of what direction we're going. Could have left out a little later in the day. Of course, by then it might have been so bad I wouldn't leave. I'd stay there. Try and get ahead of this front, and it looked like I didn't make it. Flying right into it, I think. Weather progress pretty fast on us here. Let me check the temperature outside here. So I think it tells on us right here, I think. Might not. Maybe it don't. No, it just gives the wind. All that. Don't give a temperature there. Don't reckon. I don't see it nowhere. There we go, that right there. All right, we're over what looks to be part of the river, and one of the bends makes us fly parallel, still straight across it, looks like. Well, that may be a channel off the river there, I still see another place in front of me like a river. That must be just a little side channel, one of the old river beds or something. I still see the water furnace for the river. The Vicar Puddle. I got things to do. I gotta get out of the house here a little bit. It's so cool outside. Don't want to be out there much today. It's gonna be colder tomorrow. Next few days, I think. Had a bad cold front come through here in real life today. Last night. Come on now, don't flood this thing out crossing the river here and ditch me. We're still going pretty well straight into the ADL. Everything looks good. Looks like our lights don't went out though. I like them lights on. Some time of day turn the lights out. Still a little too dark to have them out. Now, if I just went into the north-south side of that ADL to come across it on 020, it'd be already headed the right direction. Come on and try that. Go about 5 miles to the south side of the ADL. We should be getting pretty close. We done cross the river now. I'm gonna bring the ADL needle around us. Heading I want to leave on. I'm going to turn into it, go across it. That is 020, which is almost behind us at this point. Let's get over this way and try to do that to it. Now we're over Tipton County, I'm sure. If not, we're coming off of Lauderdale into Tipton. Depending on how we cross the corner, I'm not sure. Tipton County, first county south of where I actually live, and Lauderdale County is where I live. But I'm putting this plane back to where I got it in Paraguay sometime today, I hope, or at least over into Arkansas. I'll either go Paraguay or Jonesboro. Way of looking, I may end up in Jonesboro. Gets any worse, I know it will. Right now, I might still find Paraguay. Get a little more down look on that scenery. The weather and all is hampering with the machine a little bit. I'm not doing any broadcasts because I am recording on OBS. I'll be putting it up later as a YouTube Scenic flight that went bad. It looked like it's going to go bad. I'll put that away. The non-scenic flight. I'm going to come down 200 more feet as I come into Covington. Help me see it. About 1600 here. Now we watch the needle on the right hand, the gold needle on the right hand instrument at the top. And when it gets to 220, I want to turn into it, which is about 60 degrees to my left yet. Behind me a little bit, actually. But we're going to keep this. That way I'll come into Covington from the south to north. sun's going behind the clouds now. If we can get a little more dark, probably. Like the needle may be moving a little over there. I don't know where we are as far as the airport's concerned. I know where it's at, but I don't know how far. I know exactly where it's at for direction, but I don't know how far. I don't see any lights on it yet. Should be somewhere along in there, out there. A little too much probably along in there. I don't see it nowhere. But the needle is coming around, so slowly it's coming around. It's now at 09, 110 degrees from me. With 110 degrees, yeah, on the compass from me. So the Scenic sort of got lost in this flight, I believe. I see a little, might be interested in the clouds itself. Could climb above them probably, but that wouldn't hit you none either. You wouldn't see the ground or horizon. And I don't know how high they actually are. I didn't get the overcast part today. Probably should have looked at it. It's coming around to 100 degrees. And off to my 45-degree angle about along there. Still don't see any lights on the airport. It should probably be on. Hazes this. It may not be the time of day. They might have turned them off. Maybe still lighting up. They've considered not needing them. I'm gonna come 5 degrees toward the airport, cut me in on a little closer. Well, let's go to that there for now. Ain't hardly 5, but we can go 5 more. 3, 5. Right there. Now we'll hold that for a few minutes. And it's still off to my front somewhere out there, and I don't see it. Getting pretty close, I think. Down, I wonder if we can see the scenery a little bit now again. The fog and haze is cutting up the color of it, and I make it look as good, but at least it's down there. There's a highway, maybe 51, going north and south. That's about right. It's the only one crosses Hatchie. Well, it ain't the only one, there's only one on this side. One more 54 crosses. I could follow that road, but I'm not going to, so I'm not 100% sure about which road it is. That may be one going off to the river, so that's 2 lanes, only 2 lane out here. It's 51, so it should be it. I'm gonna have to get another cup of coffee in a few minutes. Once I make this turn, maybe. Sun's I went behind the clouds. I'm afraid the weather's going to progress. I'm hoping we turn away from it and get out of part of it. It don't look quite as bad right here now. I don't think, to me, even though the clouds are getting, the sun's getting higher, maybe they're burning through it, but I don't think it looked quite as bad as it did a few minutes ago, but I'm also lower, which gives us more visibility on the ground. It is now coming from 080 from us, which is roughly along in there. I still don't see that. There's another highway coming up. I'm gonna come around 5 more degrees to it as long as I'm working. I need to get around where I want to turn so fast to get on it anyway. 030 130. That's my new heading, and I'm gonna come around 5 more. 125. Before I come around the left half turn when I get ready to hit it, I'm gonna bring it here around to where I gotta be at when I get there. 020, right there. That's the direction I'll be flying when I leave here. I come around 5 more. Oop, 1 too many. Right there. 120. And it's still off in that same direction where the airport is. I still don't see it. Still too hazy. It's got to be out there. It can't be very far to it. Can't be more than a few miles behind it. Coming around another 5 degrees. Go right there. Come around another 5. Right there. That's keeping it on about a 45 degree angle. I'll see the flashing lights of the airport. I see the runway. But there's the airport. We'll be turning here real soon. Come around 5 more. Well, I'll come around at exactly 100 degrees. And now the airport is right there to my left front. Flashing lights. That's it. That's Covington Airport. And we won't be far from the runway heading when we turn. Could do a touch and go since there's still enough light to see. I think I'll do that. And I'll leave you here on that heading I was talking about. We turn this off. There we go. Now let's take him in for a touch and go right quick. We'll come back up on lights just went out again. Come on, don't hit the ground. I'm trying to get this set at the same time. There's the direction we'll be leaving on. I'll do a touch and go or a full stop, either one. It don't matter. The runway's long enough to get down quick enough. Do a full stop and still take off without backing up. I just think take off in 100 feet. 200 the most. Coming around the runway. Do us a touch and go. See if it got us egg sandwiches here for us this morning when it could use a little breakfast. Hey. Oh. That don't work real good, does it? Mess around and crash this thing trying to get the scenes view set. Oh, that's better right there. On the ground. Come to a full stop and then we'll take off again. There we go, right there. Sitting on the ground in Covington, Tennessee. Little airport, I didn't even put the name of it down. But anyway, this is where we at. Now we're going to get back in the air and head on about our business. Don't look so bad now on the ground, so I guess maybe we won't finish our flight. Maybe the weather will fly out of it, maybe, as we go on around this trip. Now we're going to go back up here, 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 and here, and back to 100 knots. All right, we go right there. We're going to bring this one back up so we can see it. And this is the heading I said we'd be on. So the needle is going behind us now as we pass the ADF. Now we're going to start squawking for the ADF in Dyersburg. Let's see if we can find it. The ADF in Dyersburg is 343. Radio stack up and get 343 in here. I think very much difference. All right, 343. It ain't on. Yep, it's on. We got it. We're within 40 miles, it says, of Dyersburg. All right, we're going to be off a few degrees here, so let's get back over to the straight into Dyersburg. Well, we're within 40 miles of Dyersburg, it says. The reason it says that is because as far as that thing will reach. So here we go. And we're still at low altitude where we can see, and I'm afraid the weather's going. I'm hoping we'll fly out of the weather and it'll get better going through here, because if we came into it, maybe we'll go back out of it. We're going to try it and see. We're trying for it right now and see what happens. Well, looks like to me we are just opposite. We're flying into worse, a little better. Oh, thank God now we're having trouble seeing. The scenery's about gone. Oh, this ain't good. Rain's gotten worse. What to do about this now? Might well go on and finish the flight even though we can't see. We'll hold our electronics and get where we gotta get. Get back in the, probably go out to land at Jonesboro now. But we're beyond visibility landing right now. It looks like it might even be a little worse before we get there. I don't know yet. What we got in front of us? Hatchet River. That's Hatchet River in front of us, what that is. Sure is showing up a little bigger than it usually does. It's got to be what it is, though. We're still headed straight into Dyersburg, more or less. A couple of degrees back that way would be more like it. There we go. Take this all. We won't need this right now. I look like I'm having a little rotor problem on my joystick. I'm afraid of what that is. Not centering itself like it should. Now it's a little bit opposite. Yeah, our weather's gotten quite a bit worse on us now since we left Covington, so I guess we're flying into worse, a little better. Still gonna fly our way into Covington, back over to Jonesboro, and then well, actually back over toward Paragould, we may switch to Jonesboro. We'll be leaving Dyersburg on a 095. No, not 09, I'm wrong. It's gonna be 275. I wrote that down backwards. I know what I've done. I put it down east to the west. I know what it is. I wasn't reading it, I was just quoting what I remember, but that's wrong. We'll be going west, not east. 275 is what we'll be turning to. So I'm going to put this other one here on 275. That's where we're going to be turning to. So we know which way it is. But there, that's the direction we'll be leaving Dyersburg on. Now I'm going to hold east of Dyersburg, like I did the other, and come across on the other side. Right there should get us. Now we also should be within sight of the Ripley Airport somewhere along the line. Pretty quick now. But yet with all these clouds we might not see it. Fog, haze, precipitation. But anyway, let's see what we got going here. Sort of watch for that. If that's Hatchet River in front of me, it should be. It sure is slow getting to it. It keeps. We're still at the right altitude and speed and all. We're doing all right. We know roughly where we're at. That's all that matters. I would have liked to went on scenery flight today all the way, but look like we're not going to be able to do that. We're going to have to make this flight around. I might see how it sets down Dyersburg. We might, but don't we won't. Or either that or even Arnold Field we spot it, but I doubt we'll spot it today. Even though we're going to be pretty close to it, we'll go through. Ripley's after you cross Hatchet. That line keeps broken line up there. I call it the river, but no, I tell you, that's not the river. I know what that is. That's the dark below and the horizon. That's what we're looking at. That ain't the river. Okay. Exactly what that's the horizon I'm looking at. That's the reason I ain't getting no closer to it. Yeah, it's not the river, it's the horizon. So we passed the river already. Probably. Easy enough. Should be well past it. Should be up around Ripley, actually, getting up pretty close. Now, I could put in Ripley's. It's got a signal because we added them in my new fictitious airport. But anyway, I hadn't planned on using them today. Dyersburg is one I want to use. That's the one that's in front of me. It's not been changed. It's original. Try to watch for other airports, see if I see one of them on. They're pretty close, though. We're not going to see them. Well, we got somebody. We can't have somebody flying with us. I'm on single player unless somebody's on. I ain't even on the node, so I could get on the node, but I'm not. Whoa, that ain't what I wanted to do. I might cut that out when I did it. I ain't even got the node up, come to think of it. Put the node up on this other screen over here. The joint FS node. But I try to keep one up all the time. I rebooted while I was going and forgot to put it back up. It's up now, I'm actually in it already, so I'll see a tag. Must have an AI out there. I'm not supposed to have AI either, but I might have. I'm not on multiplayer, so it's not that. I am on joint FS node, but I wasn't until just now. I saw that tag before that. All right. Plane keeps leaning on me. Still ain't seen no extra airports. Looks like the ADF may be coming around on me a little bit now. Like before, I could come back toward the ADF 5 degrees right now. As long as I stay outside of it, I'll cross it at 275 heading. What did I just see under me? Doesn't just look like something. Thought it might have been that airport, but it ain't. I mean, even the ADL, I'm not sure where it's located. The VOR Diveberg is 6 miles uptown, 6 miles east of the airport, more or less, east-northeast. It's not on the airport, but I don't know about the ADL. Probably the same place. So I think the ADF was set up for the Diveberg vicinity for the old Arnold Field Army Air Base back then, which is no longer. It's now used as a sort of a private feudal GA land there, and that's about it. It's closed as far as the service is concerned. I don't see no airports nowhere around me. We got Arnold Field and we got Diveberg Municipal. Diveberg, the ADF is Diveberg, but Arnold Field is just about 4 miles southeast of Diveberg. We don't have to see it, I'm just trying to. I'd like to see it, but don't have to. And I think the weather's still trying to chop us up too a little bit. I don't know. I swear it looks like getting worse on the weather. I swear I do. It's slowly getting less visibility here now. There's a ball field under me. That may be Halls High School. Do we pass Arnold Field? Like we passed the airport, that we ain't passed the airport yet, or we ain't passed the ADF. I'm gonna come 5 degrees toward the ADF again. Right there. And let's come another 5. Right there. As long as our airport stays on our downwind side, so we head out in the right direction. I'm not going to try to land at the airport. Probably not even going to see it. Our soup has got very, very thick today. We're down to about a half-mile visibility, I believe, at the most. And that is not good. I'm as low as I need to fly. I don't need to fly much lower, just in order to keep in contact with the ground. I could lose another 100 feet or so. Wouldn't hurt nothing. But I know there's nothing out here over 1,000 feet tall. I don't think there's anything over in Arkansas that tall. Around where I gotta go, that is. Or in place in my X up with that way. We still don't see no runways or nothing. I just know where. Whoa. Still see the ground straight down. Other than that, we pretty well done lost the scenery. We're in soup song, people, and it ain't tomato soup, I'm afraid. At any rate, we're gonna be able to get this thing on the runway without killing ourselves. I don't know. Sure got to try though. Look like gets any worse. We're really tight. So we're down to a half-mile visibility now. You still do pretty good when you're coming in. You should be able to see the runway at this. But I'm not going to try probably not going to try the other airports. I'll go on in toward Peregrine, but I'll divert back to Jonesboro and get on the ILS probably. Gets any worse, I know it will. Gets any better, I may try Paragould. I don't know. Could even try going back where it came from if it got cleared up. But I don't believe it's going to clear up today. I ain't acting much like it. I keep trying to get that plane to quit. What am I doing way over there? Like I put it the wrong way, well done. No, it is. ADF is coming around. We're getting around the back side of it. I'm going to come toward the ADF another 10 degrees. Speed 15. Right there. I'm going to slip down another 100 feet for now. See if I can see anything around the ground any better. As long as I know I'm clear of everything, we can worry about that. Everything's clear up here so far. We get over toward the airport, we may get a little hyper approach. That's what it takes. Looks like I see the highway going across the river there. Or maybe 51 still going to town there. We ain't turned toward the river totally yet, even though we're getting closer. We're still north, so we're not headed to the river yet. The river runs on 10-degree angle, so we're not off the 5. Be a parallel with it. They must be 51 in the Dyersburg there below us. I got around the back side and it's 20. All right, coming out on a few more. 27 is still a ways runner yet. No, it's on 27 now. 275, that's going around there. On 27 now, we got to get around there. 275 right there. Good enough. And we got to, as soon as we get that behind us, we'll set up Paragould ADF, NDB, whatever. Coming around. We done passed the actual angle on the needle, but that's got to come behind us anyway, so we're not worried about that. We'll cross it over to 51 now again. Headed toward the river this time. There we go. I thought she was going to sound on the computer, but she didn't. Don't need no nothing in the background right now. Here we go. Alright, the weather still looks like it looks pretty rough. I don't know if it's going to get any worse or not if we go out this way toward the river. It's gotten worse over around Paragould, not today. The weather's gotten worse again now. Now I can't even see the ground. Something's happened. Ooh-wee. Soup. Well, we got into a little predicament here now for sure. We gotta head this thing into, we're headed in there. Let's get see what we got on these gauges. We could have lost them all. We don't need that one. We need that one right there, and it shows that right there, and that right there. I still ain't passed the Dyersburg BOR yet. NDB still in front of me. It's coming around though. We about lost the ground straight down now. Ain't no this thing sitting in front of you at this point. Let me get me I was trying to set up visibility while I go on this thing right here, and I never did get what I wanted. About there, I believe what I want. Now, yep, we done got into a lot of soup today, so next thing is just getting this thing on the ground without killing itself. Well, now it's ADF's behind us now, and we're going to set up the new one for Paragould flying to get a little bit, and then we'll switch over to Jonesboro, apparently the way it looks. So I'm going to go on toward Paragould just in case. The ADF for Paragould is 383. So let's get that on there. It's not on yet. We have to keep going this direction. I hope I got that right. That's what I got on this paper. I wrote down 383 for Kirk and Paragould. And that's where we headed. We must be out of range of it just a little at this point. We're headed back toward the river, even though we're not going to actually see it unless we're looking straight down. The scenic route today just got to be unscenic altogether. The rest of it's just a matter of survival, not scenic. Let's see if we can get this thing into pick up Paragould and then switch over to Jonesboro. Jonesboro will be on that's the same. Jonesboro low altitude VOR is not a high, and it's a little south of Paragould. South. So if we don't find no other way, we'll turn into it. I'm gonna go ahead and set up Jonesboro VOR and Jonesboro VOR 10860. Alright, just got that. And we're going to set up the ILS. The ILS at Jonesboro is 1015 11015. Right there. There we go. That'll take care of that when time comes. That plane flying on an angle is not going to help us any. I'll tell you on what though. My joystick must be causing that. I might have to recalibrate it, but usually that's called a switch getting bad. Calibrating don't really help it. It might temporarily, but I had another or two that done that too pretty bad. Over time. Alright. See what we got on this little gauge. Ain't nothing on yet, that's what I figured. We're still out of range of the VOR2. Get into what we're on heading of 275, which will put us in that range, in that area. It'll get us there. We're squawking for the VOR and the ADF at the same time. Either one of them will do to get us in that range. I'll be right back. Alright, we just picked up the VOR. I saw it before the noise come on, so I don't have to have the noise. Alright, we just picked up the VOR. See, we're coming around the right angle right now to get into. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly this ADF until we pick up the VOR or the ILS, whichever comes first. I'm going to watch the ILS. If it comes on before we get there, we just switch. I'm going to put it on now. One. It's not on yet. If it comes on, we'll use it instead of the VOR. But we won't know this way. I'll tell you what, let's switch now this one back over. Switch this one. That way, if it don't come on, when that hand comes down, we'll turn into the VOR. We're going to hold up ADF in front of us. We done got off the ADF a little too somewhere or another. Maybe get closer to it, start to come around us. That's a possibility. If so, we need to turn straight west in order to get Jonesboro. I'm gonna climb a little to help me on my signal for. Go back to 2,500. Let's go to 3,000. That'll give me a better approach at this soup. Climb to 3,000. And we're watching the yellow needle on the right and the gold needle on the, yellow needle on the left, gold needle on the right, green needle, waiting on it to respond to the ILS. We may be outside the ILS, but it'll reach almost as far as that VOR will. So we're closing, we're not closing on it now. Oh yeah, we are. I think we're closing on it. I can tell, but it's right. See if we get closer or further away. We're getting closer heavily, so ILS should come on before we line that line. If so, we just use the ILS and not the VOR. But the VOR is to bring you into the ILS. And that's what we're going to try to do. I'm not going to go to Paragould no more and use Paragould as a approach plate. That's what I'm doing right now. And it looks like we're close enough to Paragould that the line is coming around. We get to 2/7 straight out, and it's not, and it won't hold in front of us. We'll stay 2/7, fly across it. So that's what it's going to take to get in here. Look like we'll fly straight into Paragould right now. I didn't realize Paragould was that close and that well lined. Now, if the ILS comes on and we're too high, we can either drop or turn away from it, either one. If you want the altitude you got for approach, and you're too high for the ILS, you turn away from it. It just keeps on leaning over. Don't like that. What I'm gonna do is fly this thing, take the joystick off, see if it'll fly correctly. If it will, then the joystick is the problem. I really believe that's what it is. Joystick's fighting. I'm gonna come around 2.7. We'll stay there. I'm not gonna chase the Peru 80 up anymore. I'm through with it. We'll watch it so we know when we pass it. Other than that, we're going to slide it to the south of it. I don't know if this thing has landed in Peru today. In this plane, can't even see the ground. Uh-oh, that's bad. Didn't know that. Wrong way. Keep trying to adjust that plane the wrong way. Makes it worse. Let's put this clicker right here on. So if that comes on, I'll know it. If I don't see it, it'll tell me. Waiting on the ILS on nav 2. Got that VOR on nav 1 already on. I think we're going to be too high for the approach at this. I'm not sure how far out we are and what our approach is. Could come down 500. That would be more reasonable on that approach. Closer to making it be right. Let's do that. Got plenty of clearance here. We don't have to worry about that. Still let it pick up ILS. We're going, bro. But we do have the VOR, and we're closing on it. You can tell you're closing on it by doing this right there, and it's still in front of you by that much. But it is coming around, so we're coming around it. We haven't passed Peru yet, even though we're in the process of getting there. A little south of it, not much. If I go ahead and set my rotor to a little pull, it'd solve that problem. Maybe all it needs. I think I just seen the VOR needle move. ILS still ain't come on. We don't need to pass the VOR. So I'm gonna set this right here. Now we won't pass the VOR, it'll automatically follow it. I'll need a distance to the VOR. We're 26 miles from the VOR. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. Should have checked that 30 minutes ago. I was worried about being too high or too close. We're outside the VOR to the ILS, that's the reason. It's 3 miles further to the airport, which is 29. So we actually can turn into that direction some, or we're still closing north. All right, as long as we're closing pretty fast. Paragu is still off to my right in front. They ain't passed it yet. This thing here just keeps on getting over on me. Wish you wouldn't do that. This thing done get edited, get put up. Very little editing. Still haven't picked up our list yet. 23 miles, 26 miles from the airport, so we're outside the ILS still. There it is, we just picked it up. Oh, now we've got the ILS, so we can switch this to the ILS over here. We'll start using it instead of, and I'll leave that set to turn itself in. Now we turn this thing off, we don't need that noise, we don't need the radio stack anymore. We are now on ILS both sides, we're not on it, we're still flying the 27 heading off of out through Paragu. Paragu's off to my right by about 5 degrees, which makes it north of me. I'm south of it. And as we pass it, and we were working on the approach to the ILS, we lost our ILS mileage, so let's go back to the radio stack, and we'll switch it back to nav 2. And we'll switch that to nav 2, and now we got mileage within 3 miles. It's 3 miles past that to the airport. Now we turn this radio stack back off. And that'll work right there for what we got to do. Keep us an idea where we at. And we don't want to get within 18 miles before we lock on. Or mainly watch for a glide slope. If it comes up, then we know we got to stay outside of it till we get on. Flying in the soup today. We started off with a beautiful morning sunrise. Now here, look what we got. Ain't good. Can't even see the ground, period, at this altitude. Well, we'll see if we can get into Jonesboro ILS without crashing in this weather. They know we're coming already. They done moved everything off the runway and put out the equipment. Said, y'all watch out, here comes that idiot. Anybody start out in daylight, they gotta be wrong. The ILS and VOR almost in line with each other now. It's about time for that needle start moving on the ILS, I think. So I'm not real sure where we're with 19. I don't want to get under about 16, probably. Or our altitude will be DP changed. But the ILS will tell us what we need when it comes on. It'll come on probably 16, 14, something. Any time now, really. Well, you look at the 3 plus 3 is 21 yet, so 22, so we're still too far out. The VOR's 3 miles closer to us than the airport is. Less of the airport. Alright, we just locked on to the... What did we do? Why did that go out? Did we just lock on? I think we just locked on the glide slope. Directional. It ain't showed no turn yet, but why did that light go out? It locked on. As simple as that. So all it's doing now is flying itself into the ILS line. It surprised me that it done that then, without that hand ever moving. Hand had never moved on the left hand side of our glide slopes up. Let's slow this thing down a little bit. About 90 for now. I'll make it 85. Come down 500 feet. I don't have to. I'm in good shape, but I'm going to come down anyway. If you had any doubt about terrain, do not come down. Let the glide slope bring you down. If I had any doubt about terrain, I'd be at 4,500 plus altitude airport, about 4,700 feet. And let it fly me through the soup. We got to remember to set the approach when the downward start to move. Right now the localizer is moving finally. We'll slow down to 80 knots. I think it's going to fly a little slower than that, about 70 or so. Hope. Going into Jonesboro, alternate for IFR approach, so we wouldn't have to go into VFR where there is no VFR. It's gone. Glide slope still all at the top. We are down to 2,000. Airspeed is now 80 knots. Can I see the ground at 2,000 feet? No, I cannot. I hope we see it before we get touchdown. I believe we will. We still got about a quarter mile visibility, I think. That's it. All the weather done turned into soup while we was gone. Got us a milk bottle. Guess it's better than a urine bottle. It would be if you drink out of it anyway. Should be flying that bar, but don't act like you're doing too good a job of it. What's going on here? It's act like it ain't doing its job for some reason or other. I hope they ain't changed something where this plane won't fly. It has always so far, but that's right, we're not flying the, I was trying to make it fly that, and it don't fly that. That's wrong. I was trying to make it fly something it ain't supposed to. It ain't bad shape. It's off a little, but it ain't bad. I was trying to look at the heading. The heading ain't supposed to be flying it. Plus, this is not X-plane. You have to set the heading in here. You don't. put it over pretty close, but it was 2.9 is what it was, 2.5, 2.9 right there. Uh, 11 miles out, glide slope still at the top, flying level into them. Let them determine when to come down. Watching the timers. When they move, I'll set the approach. Not until. I might could get away with it now since I'm inside the curve on it, but I'm usually high and I have to wait on it. That way I know they're on. Once they move, you know they're on. Sometimes they're lit, but they're not locked. Or they're locked. Let's get this back over this way a little bit. Again. Plane keeps leaning. I'm pretty sure it's a joystick problem. Joystick I use has been outdated for 50 years. Got a Sidewinder 2. They know they haven't made software updates for it since the 90s, I think. My son tried to find new software for one back, I think around 2000 or 90s or something. They told him they no longer make it, discontinued. I've been using them ever since. I'm still using them. I don't use their software, so it don't matter. If it work, it work. If it don't work, it ain't because the software is not there. The software, all it does is preset everything for you. You don't want preset. I don't. I want to be able to control my own. It sets all the buttons to a certain setting. It don't really want you to change them at that point. So I quit using it. Like I said, the first time I used it, decided I didn't want that. It had the button setting for each game would have its own settings. And it wasn't what I wanted 90% of the time. Seven miles out, we still don't have a glide slope movement. I've got an AI in front of me, apparently. Like a dehabler up down or something. I'm gonna slow down about another 5 knots. I hope it'll fly at that. Should fly at 65, it may not. Some of these plane wheels I'm on. Still can't see the ground. Can't see nothing around me but rain and cloud. Couple AI out there. We will run over them by getting our way. Saw that all the AI turned off. Still waiting on the diameter to start down. Let's see if we're losing altitude or anything. I guess what we have to know about. Everything looks good. Altitudes are holding. back to this one right here. This one. Get these back up. Altitude 2000 and sitting dead on it. Four miles out. Oh, that's the VOR though. 6 miles from airport. 7 miles from airport yet. So it's alright. That's what's throwing me off. I'm looking, I'm getting awful close. But I'm lower than usual. And I'm using the VOR on the right hand side. It's showing me 3 miles with 4, and I've actually got 7 to the airport. I think I see the diamonds are moving, getting ready to set the approach. See, they are moving. You know they're moving. I see them moving. They are below the top. Set the approach now, and the plane do the rest. I'm going to try to slow to 70 knots. From there, I'll take over when the time comes. Prepare to land this plane, set the throttle at 50% on the joystick, and prepare to turn the autopilot off when I get ready. I'll wait till I see the ground, turn the autopilot off, which is going to be under the wheels pretty well before you see it. Hopefully it'll be online, everything. If not, we'll be in the field. We'll land wherever it puts us. Looking good so far. Everything's not looking bad at all. Diamonds are at altitude lights. It's out, it says. Am I coming down? We are coming down. The lights out a little quicker than I expected. The diamonds were still above center when I saw them. I'm going to drop to 65 knots and see if I can stay within the diamonds. I'm a little high for anything right now. 65 knots. Airspeed is altitude. So that's what we just done, lowered the speed. It should get down there to that before we get there without getting below it. Hopefully it won't get below it much. I don't know what speed I really need, but I believe it'll fly at this. As long as it'll fly, we're alright. Coming down. We're still above the glide slope. Coming back to the glide slope. If we pass it much, I need to add that speed back. 3 plus 1, 4 miles out from the airport. And no airport in sight. 1 milk bottle. Gonna land on a milk bottle. Show the world. Hope we get down without crashing. Now the glide slope is almost back to where it belongs. If it passes them lines more than a dot, I gotta add speed back. It should set right there. If I'm plenty fast, it won't get right there. It looks good so far. Now I just dropped a little bit. Dropped a little more. I'm going to add that speed back. But it won't always do what you want it to do. 5 knots back. Because it might have pulled back, it might not have. It might have stalled. It should fly at 70, no problem. Still a little low. Gets any lower, I might add some more. Three miles out. The diamonds are looking pretty good. We can live with that. They're coming back to center. That's what I want right there. Coming back to center. Looking for the airport. The mileage shows 3. The airport should be on the wheels just about at that point. We passed at 9 tenths out, or 8 tenths out. VOR's off to one side that much. We're a little bit high again, but not enough to hurt anything. I'm going to drop 3 knots. right there. So I'm gonna try to leave it. We should be in good shape at that. Brakes are look like I see ground under me. Airport should be coming up any time. 1.6 out from the VOR. Watching for runway. We're watching for the runway. I see treetops. Okay. We're still in good shape. A little high if anything. I'm going to drop that 2 more, even though I don't think it matters at this point. We're looking for a runway. We need a runway. We need a runway, people. As soon as I see the runway, I'll take over. Don't see a runway. Come on. 2.4. Just about to the airport. 3 miles will be about right. 3 point something, I think. There's some roads. We're still a little high. We're alright. I'd rather be a little high at this point than I had low. Alright, I'll be there a minute. Okay, got you. What is that? That's the apron of the airport? I believe it is. Not real sure where we at. I see water. There we go. I have control. Throttle back. And that's landed in the soup. That's landing in the soup, what that's doing. That's the way it's done when you can't see, huh? I believe that's what it was. Well, we're gonna park this thing and go change britches. I think I need to now. Park it over in the grass. And we're at Jonesboro, Arkansas, and we just put it down in the soup. That was a...
Get some blackberry jam with it.
I'll be back. I'll be there just a minute. I'll be there just a bit. Well, that's it right there, and we're going to call it a day. We'll catch y'all later. Let me turn this thing off. There it is. I'm turn the lights out in it. There we go. And we're on the ground. The weather's still bad. We'll have to sit here till the weather changes before we go anywhere else. Anyway, that's it. That's Town Dog. I'm going to bye-bye. And I'll get this up on YouTube quick as possible. I got to make sure everything's rolling it and set it up. I'm going to go.